It's early, it's already hot, my car still doesn't have air conditioning. Let's get a Nexus Pro. Hey guys, it's Dave with Chicago Nerf, and today let's talk about this guy. Let's make sure we can all see that. Yeah, so this was not super easy yet, but we got it. Thanks to the help of a very nice manager. So we'll go over the box real quickly. Shoots 125 feet. Nexus Pro Ultimate Dart Blaster. 12 full lengths, 12 half lengths. They're calling them the Adventure Force Pro Darts. Adventure Force Tactical Strike, flip to open, 32 pieces. Flip open the top. It's got the sights, front grip, rear grip, stock, trigger, lock, magazine. Shows you got the mag adapters in there. Again, over 125 feet, 24 darts of the different kind. Got the darts, the two different mags, the adapter, the what they're calling the nozzle extension, or the muzzle brake, or the flash hider, whatever you want to call it. A ton of different names there, and the blaster itself. So I'm going to get this unboxed, and then we'll talk about it some more. Do, 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 do. All right. The grip is nice. It's comfortable. And this is rigid. It's not cheap plastic by any means. This actually feels really, really nice. We do have a metal barrel, which is awesome, but I believe it is, and I can't tell, but I believe it is plastic. Yes, plastic pusher rods, but that's beefy though. Yeah, that is a beefy pusher. I don't think there's going to be any issues with that. Trigger's nice and snappy. Mag release is nice. Oh, there we go. Stock did collapse, but maybe I didn't have it right in a spot. Either way, it was a little long for me. That's one thing. It does come out relatively easily, but that's right where I'm going to be. The front sight, the rear pop-up, which it's actually not a bad profile on there. I don't know if I'd use it, but it's not bad at all. So the thing that I'm most interested in is not so much the magazines, not so much the adapter, not this at all, but are these guys. I really secured these darts in here, but I guess with good reason, because the boxes flip open face, so they could be halved at. Full lengths. Half lengths. Don't need that anymore. All right. Yeah, foam is just as nice as AccuForce or Adventure Strike waffles, rather. Solid construction, nice tips. Yeah, if these are anything like the bamboo darts are out of the DZP, this is very exciting. What's also very exciting, and we found out this later yesterday, that works, which is wonderful. But that works, which is even more wonderful. The pop on that is nice. All right. This is very, very exciting. Wow. Wow. So, we're going to do some chronographing, and we are going to test that 125-foot range claim. It is super hot outside, so I'm going to probably do this a couple different times throughout the day, but we're going to get this video done and up so you guys can do that. We're going to fire some worker darts. We're going to fire the DZP darts, or the Adventure Force Pro darts. We've got some Adventure Force waffles. We've got some AccuFakes. Yeah, so we're going to kind of put it through its paces, see where everything ends up, and we'll come back at the end. All right. All right, guys, so we are out here on the range. We're going to test that 125-foot range claim and see where we're at. I've got it laid out. I don't even know if you guys can see this, but I've got the markings starting at 100 feet. Then I've got them doubled up at 125 and down at 150. If anything goes over 150, that's insane for a $50 price point. Now, one thing I did find out, because I wanted to do a few different mags in here, it does not like the 18-round stick mags. The little nubbin on the back here prevents it from slotting all the way in ever so slightly. So it's either going to be take a small Dremel back here, or, you know, kind of soft those nubbins to make that work. But what I've got the Adventure Force Pro mag loaded up with is 3 AccuFakes. Then I've got 3 Adventure Force waffles, and then I've got 6 of the Pro darts. So let's see how this pans out. So the AccuFakes are, okay, well, one reached right around 100. Now we got the Adventure Force waffles. So that did not even go. That is a jam, my friends. So we're going to deslot this. So it does not like Adventure Force waffles. Yeah, it's shooting the waffles like garbage. So now we've got the Adventure Force darts in here. Let's see how these do. Okay, yeah, now we're talking. That was a dud. All right, so let's walk down and see what we got. Taking the whole thing with me this time, guys. So, gonna pause right here. Get my favorite Nerf blaster. Set down the Pro in the shade. Take you guys for a ride. So we're coming in way short with the Adventure Force waffles. They're not even hitting 50 feet, except for the one that jammed and then it was halfway in the barrel. Same thing with the AccuFakes. It is just not doing well. So this is quite interesting. This was the one waffle that almost made it, probably 60 feet. And we have our first markers right here. The AccuFake that made it, almost 100, probably 97. Now we're at 110, 111 for our first Adventure Force. We are at, we're more than 120, but just behind 125 for our second one. We are at 125 for our third. Our fourth is at 130. Our fifth is also at 130. And I'm not quite sure where the sixth one is, but we'll discuss that a little bit later as well too. So I'm going to go back inside for a little bit. We're going to pack everything up because it's really hot, like I said, and cool everything down. And then we will come back out here and do this again with half lengths. All right. All right, so we're back out on the range. We're going to do half lengths now. We've got workers to start. We're just going to put about 5 or 6 down there, and then we're going to do the exact same thing with the Adventure Force Pro darts. Jam on the worker. Interesting. Okay, so it's got the same thing that the DZP has, where it sometimes doesn't slot it all the way. You have to kind of pull back, and it re-engages it with the darts sometimes because they get a little jammed. It's decent, but it's still pretty weak performance with just hitting the hundreds. Well, let's try the Adventure Force darts and see if they do any better. Yeah. considerable difference. Let's go take a look. Let's see you guys from that. All right. Start our walk. Pause for 1 second. Set the blaster down. Pull out the grabber. And yeah, we have our first worker dart actually right there. And this is not great, probably 35, maybe 40 feet at absolute best. And yeah, closer to 50 feet. And again, it was also having trouble feeding the worker darts. So keep that in mind. Had nothing to do with the Talon mag. That worked beautifully. Just not loving the worker darts all that much. Then we've got 1, 2, right around 90, 2 more right around 93-ish. And we got 1 worker dart that made it all the way to just at 100. Still haven't seen an Adventure Force yet. And the first one that I am noticing is at 120 feet, which is nuts. Second one is right at 125, about 130. We've got 2 more at 140. It's got 140 feet of engagement. That's amazing. 140 feet all the way from way back down in front of that garage over there to here. I am thoroughly impressed. Another one right at 130 as well too. So I'm going to turn this off, and it's time to go to the chronograph, you guys. All right, guys, so we're out here at the chronograph. I've got 10 of the full-length darts loaded up. Not going to bother chronographing any waffles or Acufakes or anything like that, because they out the front anyway. But we are going to do 5 workers just because, and then we got the half-length Adventure Force Pro darts. So let's go to town. Full lengths. 133, 123, 148, 140, 147, 137, 153, 148, 145, error, oh man, 153. All right, let's try the worker darts. Just for fun here. It wasn't even chambering those for some reason, so let's try this again. There we go. 136. Error. Error. 103. 100. And the Adventure Force Pros, half lengths. 149, 121, 135, 149, duplicate 149, 151, 154, 132, 149, 143, 110, and we are out. So we'll have the numbers. We'll have the numbers here. All right, guys. Go over my final thoughts real quickly about the AFP, the Adventure Force Pro, the Nexus Pro. It's going to be positive overall. The grips, the front and the back, I like. I have no complaints. They are perfect for adult hands. They're plenty big for kid hands, but they're not going to be, oversized for anyone. That being said, this isn't for kids, but we'll get to that in a little bit. The trigger is nice. It's rounded. It feels smooth. The trigger pull is a little stiff, but it's satisfying when the blaster's prime, which I really, really like. The prime is beefy on this. I don't know what spring is in here, but it's hefty. The stock, it's decent. It's serviceable. I did have one stock collapse like the DZP did, but it's not nearly the same as that. The D10 is much better on here. That being said, the retention is not phenomenal. It just kind of slips every now and then. And the bummer about that is, that's the only stock point or sling attachment point rather on the entire blaster. So, if there is any gripes, the weak point is the stock. So the fact that, you can't sling it, that is an issue. I wish there was one, right on the back on the grip. I'm sure someone will figure that out. The other thing that I found about the stock is, while it may fit the DZP stock, I don't know. It may fit a CETA stock, I don't know. It does not fit a regular Magpul stock. So keep that in mind. The mags, they're fine. I like them. They're serviceable. The only thing for me, I'm not a huge fan of the windows. Those are basically just dirt ports. And with something like this, I don't want to be putting dirt through here. That being said, it works phenomenally with Talon mags. So it's not really even an issue about that. You've got plenty of these, load them up, good to go. So that's a plus. One thing that I did find that was interesting as well that we noted on the range, doesn't work with 18 round stick mags. The nubbin here is just not compatible. However, it will work with 12 round mags and with worker mags. So, there you go. My biggest worker mag is a 15. I don't know if it'll work with the 22s or not, but I'm pretty confident it will. Let's see where we're at. The adapter works really nicely. It's actually really high quality as far as some of the other adapters, the worker adapters go. It's right on par with that. And the releases, both the actual mag release and then the adapter mag release are both really smooth, super friendly to use. I like them a lot. It does have a metal barrel, which is awesome. That being said, the darts issue is still kind of there. It does not like worker darts. It works, but there's a big difference. It really does not like Adventure Force waffles at all. It was, not great with AccuFakes either. So it is what it is in that aspect of things. My biggest complaint, the no sling point because of the fact that it's not serviceable on the stock. Another big complaint point is black darts. I've already lost 2 of these guys. It's not a huge deal because they're selling them at Walmart now, although I wasn't able to get a refill pack yet. Those weren't out when I was able to find this. But it won't be a huge issue, but I've already lost a couple of these guys, and the fact is that This blaster really only likes these darts. It probably likes the bamboo darts as well. I don't personally have any of those, but that's something to keep in mind. Now, I'm sure I can cut these down. That's the one difference between these and the bamboo darts. The Pro darts don't have the ridges, so you can just cut these down. So that's definitely going to be done. I did not buy this for full lengths at all. As far as the ranges, you know, the full length darts came in right at 125, just as advertised. The half lengths hit 130, hitting up to 140, which is pretty impressive as far as engagement ranges go. That is going to clear most fields. FPS was also phenomenal out of the box. Full lengths, we were heading at 142. Half lengths came in at 140. However, there was a 110 outlier. So if we pull that out, we were at 143 with the half lengths. So 140, 143, right with full lengths and half lengths. I mean, you really can't lose here. As far as, is this a game changer? That's the big question out there right now. Yes and no, as far as my opinion goes. This is not for plinking around at home at all. This is a full competition grade blaster. That being said, we've seen this before. We've seen retaliators that have been done like this. We've seen caliburns, we've seen talon claws that are all hitting harder than where this comes in. The DZP hits harder than where this comes in if you're using the right darts on that as well too. So where does this fall in our ecosystem? Fact of the matter is, you know, real competition grade springers are hitting 200 to 250. This is hitting 140. That being said, you're going to wreck at any super stock game that you bring this to. The other aspect of this is a first-time user. You know, I remember bringing to one of my friends to his first war, and I threw a Hades in his hands. He loved it. 60 rounds capacity, was able to fire them off. Rival was pretty accurate. We were in an indoor space, so it was perfect. But if you give somebody this, they're going to be like, oh, this is a whole other ball game. This is competition style. This hits hard, and people are going to feel that power. They're going to feel that accuracy as well. And I think for $50, run out and go get one of these. It is well worth it. Is it going to replace things like my Talon Claw that's coming? No. But there is a huge space for this. I can't wait to have this. I can't wait to hand this to somebody after we sanitize the handles, of course, and be like, hey, try this out. See how this feels. Because that's going to make the difference. And the fact that this is only $50, that the darts are right there as well too, or will be, makes it so accessible that we're going to potentially have so many new people coming to the hobby and being hobby grade. Now, does Hasbro care about this? Probably not, because they're a toy company. Yes, this is technically a toy, but it's in another realm, and frankly, Nerf's kind of come full circle at this point, not the original acronym that it stands for. Don't ask me to pull that up right now. But the fact of the matter is, in the video game term of being nerfed, now they are the nerfed dart blasters on the market. Their name, you know, brands themselves essentially. If you want a hobby grade blaster, you can get one from a number of places, or now you can pick one up at Walmart, which is phenomenal. So yeah, this does change things significantly. Value is set now, and $50 got you a lot more than it used to. So Hasbro's got to step up their game if they want to. I don't think they will. I think this is going to make the Hyper line look, I don't know, potentially even irrelevant to me at this point. We'll see. But yeah, I'm in love with this blaster. So if you can find one, go get one, folks. Thanks for watching, especially if you've been through the whole thing, and hope to see you guys again soon. Chicago Nerf.